indeed. Good morning. Thanks for being with us on this Friday. I'm Amy Lange.
Sunday yet? Almost
So
there?
close, so close.
I'm Brandon Hudson. Let's get to this weather because the rain is ending, but water continues to be the word of the day. And I want you to check this out right here. Slow down on 696 at Telegraph. It is one of several spots where overnight rains caused problems all over southeast Michigan. Flooding shut down lanes of several major freeways like 696, as well as southbound I-75 at Eureka.
Now, none of the freeways were fully closed, but several lanes were shut down, of course, causing delays. As you can see, one lane is still shut down at 75 at Eureka because of all that flooding.
We have a news alert from Northville this morning. Residents and businesses also woke up to quite a mess, a watery mess.
A 24-inch water main busting open overnight in the area of Baseline Road between Novi and Oakland Avenue. Fox 2's Erica Francis has a closer look at just what crews are dealing with right now.
Northville residents waking up to an absolute mess of a situation this morning. You can see what's going on here behind me. This following a massive water main break. Crews are working to isolate a 24-inch water transmission main break on Great Lakes Water Authority main line. This is impacting those in the area of 8 Mile and Novi Street. You can see the road. It is all crumbled. It buckled. This is where that water main break happened. Crews tell me that this happened around 3:30 this morning. City and township residents may experience some low water pressure at this time. This is happening on Baseline Road. It is currently closed between Novi Street and Oakland Avenue. Again, the road is now buckling. Crews are working to shut off the water supply, and you can see some of those sandbags that are in the front of people's driveways. That is to mitigate even further flooding, because we are told that a few residents are dealing with really bad flooding in their basements. So those homes that are experiencing flooding, crews are working to turn off the power for those impacted. We asked Fire Chief Sam Hatt about a possible boil water order. Listen to what he had to say.
That will come from Great Lakes. They'll have to advise us on, depending on what they have to do to shut down the line, if they have to shut it down completely or what the process is there. They'll release that information.
This is what happens when you have a city that's here since 25 years before the state was a state. So we're working out at this point. We're again so appreciative of all our partners in the cities around us that are helping us, and Consumers Power, and even the railroad. They have gravel trains coming to beef up on either side of the railroad, which is on the other side of this.
As you just heard there, no boil water advisory at this time, but both Northville and Northville Township residents may experience some low water pressure, and you are being asked at this time to limit your use of water. Again, a big mess here, a lot to clean up. Crews are working on flooding, and this road here will have to be repaired. In Northville, Erica Francis, Fox 2 News.
Also this morning, we are hearing about some neighborhoods in Detroit that are reporting flooding in their basements. This is something we talked about yesterday.
I know.
With Derek Kevra, and we're going to have more on that on Fox 2 beginning at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so we're heading into the weekend with the question, just how much more rain will we see? Weather Authority Derek Kevra here with a look at the forecast. Hi, Derek.
Hey, guys. We picked up about a half an inch, some spots closer to 3/4 of an inch of water with the overnight rain. It's an interesting rain because a lot of people didn't even know it happened because it started late last night and continued through early this morning. So we were sleeping through most of it, but some heavier pockets in there did bring a large chunk of water through the area. Thankfully, right now we are drying out in the sense that that system has tailed off to the north, but still a couple of sprinkles are a possibility, and beyond that, it's still that misty setup. So we're going to be continuing to see that as we move through the next several days here, probably into the weekend. Trailing the system is just the back tail end of it here, but you can see how this still has some of that rain, some of that green, which is rain on radar, and it might track across Lake Michigan, and it could impact some spots throughout the state of Michigan, and perhaps even us at times, but most of that will cut through central Michigan, mid-Michigan, dealing with a couple of lingering showers, whereas we are going to be on the drier, cloudier, mistier side as we head through the rest of the day today. Visibility is improved from where it was yesterday, where those clouds were so low that it was pretty darn foggy. Today, high visibility being reported with the exception of those spots down in Lenawee and Monroe counties. We'll get you through the day today as we see those numbers getting up to about 41 degrees. So by 4 o'clock, we'll still see the mist, but we'll go about 41. In fact, fact, we're kind of close to that now. Your weekend forecast with a morning mix, a possibility on Sunday. It's not a sure bet, but it is a possibility. We'll keep the 40s around, so milder air for sure. We'll discuss and we'll break down more about that Sunday mix chance coming up throughout the course of the show. Don't forget, though, if you can't wait, you say, I got to hit the door, I got to leave. You can download the Fox 2 Weather app, and you can take a look there at the video forecast, which we update multiple times per day, as well as the hourly and daily forecast. That'll help you plan out your weekend and beyond. Amy, Brandon, back over to you.
The trial continues today for the mother of the Oxford High School shooter. Jennifer Crumbley is back in court for a second day of testimony.
Such an emotional toll this takes on everyone. Crumbley is facing 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 1 charge for each student her son killed in that 2021 shooting. And Fox 2's Robin Murdoch is live in Pontiac right now with the latest on today's proceedings. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Amy and Brandon. Yeah, you are right. Day 2 of testimony is underway right now in the trial of the mother of the Oxford High School shooter. It began right around 9:15 this morning. That is when they called the only witness to take the stand so far today to testify about what he knew about the shooting. He is a computer crimes expert. County Sheriff's Department at the time. We're talking about Edward Wagrowski. Again, he worked for the Oakland County Sheriff's Department at the time of the shooting, and some of his testimony was very emotional today. He described going through the security footage of the gunfire at Oxford High School and how the 90 cameras there helped them track the 15-year-old shooter's every move, every horrific shot that he fired. Now, all at several points during his testimony today, he actually had to pause and almost hold back tears as he relived the moment those 4 students were killed and 7 others were injured to the jury. And some of this is very difficult to listen to. Take a listen to a bit of his testimony.
He comes out of the bathroom with a proud chest, with his almost like his shoulders were back, like he looked excited. He comes out of the bathroom, and immediately to his left is a victim, and he shoots her in her neck, and then her boyfriend was there and shot him in his. He put his hand up and shot him in his mouth. He then quickly turned his gun to a group of 4 girls that were just standing there. He shot Hannah St. Julian, and she immediately fell to the ground. And then he continued shooting in the area that those girls were, and they sort of just like fell on top of each other, you know, because they were hit as well. There's one girl who was you see at the end of the hallway. She just as the shooting starts, she drops down into the fetal position in an attempt to protect herself, and the shooter runs up to her and just puts the gun right to her head.
Now, this is a live look at what is happening inside the Oakland County Courthouse right now. That man who now works for the Secret Service, he does remain on the stand. He also talked about 7 phones that were taken from Jennifer and James Crumbley, as well as their son, that 15-year-old shooter. One of those phones was actually a burner phone, and he's been talking about some of the messages that have been shared between the 3, as well as some of the photos that were on the phone. Now, testing is expected, or testimony rather, is expected to continue throughout the day. Of course, you can catch it all here. We will be streaming it live on fox2detroit.com. You can also watch it on our Fox 2 News app. And Charlie Langton is inside. He'll obviously have the latest developments on later editions of Fox 2 News. For now, we are live in Pontiac. I'm Robin Murdoch for Fox 2 News.
Well, Robin, we know this trial is not going to be quick. It's going to take a few weeks, and we know that it's obviously going to be very emotional. Just hearing him on the stand, it's very hard to hear, as you mentioned. I can only imagine what it's like for the people in the courtroom who've been through this. Obviously, yesterday, seeing video. Any idea how many people will testify today?
No idea exactly how many people will be called to the stand today. The witness that is currently on the stand, again, he's been on there since about 9:15 this morning. There's been a couple of different breaks in which they've taken the jury in and out of the courtroom to talk about various issues that the prosecution and defense are having with the case. So this is taking quite a bit of time with this witness in particular. We do know that during the course of this trial, we could see as many as 25 people testify. They did have 4 testify yesterday. So certainly this is going to be a long process. It is going to be a difficult process for those who have to relive this over and over. But for many of the people in the courtroom, this will hopefully end in justice for them. That is what they were hoping, at least. Again, we will have much more live coverage for you throughout the day. Back to you, Amy and Brandon.
Yeah, certainly gut-wrenching. Thank you so much, Robin Murdoch. As always, we appreciate you. Brandon.
Amy, the state house's Republican leader is facing pressure to resign. A new report from the Daily Beast says that State Rep Matt Hall of Comstock Township was investigated for an incident involving his girlfriend in 2019. Hall allegedly smashed the woman's phone screen during a car ride to Indiana. Now, a fellow lawmaker says that what they're learning in this report is completely different from what they were told by Hall.
When somebody repeatedly asks you to take them home, turn around, take them home, and you refuse, when somebody texts you from 911 and you ignore the text, smashing somebody's cell phone who is in your car in an incident like this, I mean, and then denying all of it.
Hall was never charged for the incident. We were unable to reach him for comment, but supporters slammed the article, calling it a partisan attack.
Turning now to the Detroit Lions, and we are counting down to the NFC Championship game right here on Fox 2.
Yeah, all across the country, and you could say even in Europe and across the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's been a buzz about these Lions, and Ryan Armani is here to talk about this hype. Ryan, man, how are you feeling 48 hours?
Feeling great, and I still can't believe we're still talking about the Lions in an NFC Championship game, but we better get used to it because they're playing a football game in 2 days. The hype is spreading everywhere, guys, including at the Red Wings game last night. You ready for this? Last night at Little Caesars Arena at the end of the third period, take a listen to this.
Pop will clear it.
The crowd chanting for Lions quarterback Jared Goff. Yeah. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. At a hockey game. You think this city is ready? I think we are. And, of course, we are here at Fox 2, your home for the NFC Championship game. 10 a.m. Lions game day live from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Take you to 11:30. That's when we hand things off to Danny Rogers for Inside the Pride. Back at 5 p.m. for your home of the Lions pregame show. Then at 6, Network takes over with Fox NFL Sunday for 30 minutes leading up to kickoff between the Lions and Niners. Stick around after the game. Our home of the Lions postgame show. Dan Miller, Jennifer Hammond, myself, we've got you covered. Interviews on the field, podium sound with Dan Campbell, highlights of the game. We've got everything for you, and hopefully we are also talking about a trip to Super Bowl 58.
Look, man, you were a kid last time the Lions were in the NFC Championship game. What emotions are you going through right now?
I can't, again, I'll never forget when the Lions beat the Cowboys in January of 1992, and then they went to Washington that week, and they just got blitzed. I mean, it was a rout, and the season ended the way it started, and you thought that they would get back every single year. They hadn't gotten back until 32 years later. So here we are. You can never take games like this for granted. No. You can never say, oh, now that we're here, we'll be here next year. You never know when you're going to get this opportunity again. They are 60 minutes from the Super Bowl.
It's crazy to think that Jared Goff, a few weeks ago, people were like, don't re-sign him. And now they're chanting his name in NHL games.
That's right. Yeah. $50 million a year man. he'll be getting a contract pretty soon. Trust me on that.
Fantastic. Right. We are so excited that you get to go and be part of it.
I'm so honored and humbled, and oh my goodness, I can't even believe it for myself, you know.
Hey man,
unbelievable. You got it.
We'll see you on Monday.
You got it.
Bye, man.